Welcome to the Women in Leadership Body, Mind, Soul, and Business podcast. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Heather. And together we are working to connect women in leadership and business, empowering each other, improving the health and wellness of our community, body, soul, and mind, connecting to the heart and soul of who we are and what we do. Ooh, this is a great topic. Okay.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Entrepreneurs, it's come up a lot for us this week about work-life balance.
Right.
And especially as entrepreneurs, we're in charge of that work-life balance. So we thought we'd do a series on some tips on how to be a leader in your own life and have better work-life balance.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Especially as working women, we're the one who normally gets phone calls to pick up sick kids, or we're the ones that run the errands, take them to doctor's appointments and all those things. If you are blessed to have a shared responsibility in that manner, hallelujah.
Tap into that.
But not all of us have that support, and we have a lot of single moms in our communities, single working moms, hustling the hustle, working the work, and we have to create that work-life balance for ourselves and our families, or we are going to
crash,
burn out.
And nobody wants that. So I mean, we stepped away from corporate and jobs telling us what to do so that we're on other people's schedule. But what does that look like for us to take control of it? So step one, of course, is awareness, but what we're talking about today is let go of the fear. So a lot of us live in that fear because this is our own business, that we have to work 24 hours a day.
And if we don't do it, nobody's going to do it.
Well, we know that.
Right.
We need to do it. There's a lot of things for our business that we have to do.
Right.
But at home, are there things that we could let go of?
Maybe outsource the house cleaning.
Yeah, that's always been on my list, right? So you're spending more time doing the thing that you're most passionate about. You don't have to do everything.
Right.
And then it's also okay to take rest. And not every second of your day needs to be filled with just your work.
Right. Time block, schedule.
Yes.
Schedule things, which we will talk about a little bit later. But so letting go of fear, when it comes to the 4 agreements, you are letting go of those agreements that no longer serve you.
Yeah. So thinking about the domestication, I think this is a great week to talk about these things. And I was like, these all go into it, right?
Right.
So you've been conditioned to think this way, right? And I loved how one of our friends this week talked to us about maybe it's not making your bed that makes you feel accomplished in the morning. Maybe there's a work task or a thing. Like sometimes I feel most accomplished in first thing in the morning if I can clean the kitchen, right? Like
get the dishes
done. So what is that one task that will make you feel most accomplished? Do that first, and then it starts your day off on a good note. So that's really cool.
And that goes right into building your lifestyle into your brand.
Yeah.
We talk about gardening and being in the woods and going camping and doing these things on our podcast.
Meditating, right?
Yeah.
We talk a lot about taking the time to meditate. That's part of our lifestyle, right? That we have to do these things to be okay all the time.
And it's part of who we are. And we've brought those things into our brand by sharing them with you.
Right.
Bring your lifestyle into your brand, or build your lifestyle around your brand, or vice versa. Build your brand around your lifestyle.
So think about growing in the principle that less stress is more happiness. So what can I do to give myself less stress and bring more happiness, even if it's something that I have to do? How can we change it into something you want to do?
Right.
Especially when we're supposed to be living our passions. But still, there's always going to be tasks that we don't want to do.
There's always going to be stuff we don't want to do. And then there's also going to be those time suckers that maybe we like to do, but it really takes us a long time because it is a different skill set.
Right. So it's not your zone of genius.
It's not your zone of genius, but you enjoy doing it. Maybe you work with someone who does that for a living and figure out a way that you could still do that, but maybe more efficiently.
Yeah.
Right. Or maybe you're okay with letting go of that fear of having that control over that piece, and you outsource that piece.
Yeah.
To, someone else local in the community.
To us. No, but to anybody. It could be bookkeeping. It could be.
Yeah. I wasn't talking about us. I mean, if you need help with social media, your websites or things like that, definitely give us a call. But one of the first pieces that I'm actually looking forward to letting go of is our accounting.
Oh yeah. Right.
I don't like.
We're both like sweating bullets, and she's way better at it than I am, but we're both just like sweating. Yeah. We're like, whew.
What do we spend money on? What do we not spend money on? Right. What can we, Anyway.
And we run it through the filters, right? So then we run it through the trusted filters. So we always consult JR and we consult Chelsea because these are the people we trust.
My husband. Yeah. Chelsea
is our bookkeeper
friend.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we also have a business banker who's a good friend of ours.
Yes.
Rhonda.
And then if we have realistic questions, it just goes on. You just run it through the filters, right? You may not know the question to ask.
But ask your friend who's a pro at that. And if you do not have a friend who's a pro at whatever it is you're looking for,
reach out.
Let us know. We have resources available.
Schedule a consult. Right. We'll have a chat. We'll have a cup of coffee. We'll talk. Whatever you need, we'll get you to the right places.
Right.
All right.
Next, number 3 this week is schedule your life, not just your work. This is a big thing that we actually talked about quite a bit at our networking meeting on Wednesday, was scheduling your life. Scheduling time to go out on a date with your spouse. Scheduling time to take your kids camping. Scheduling life activities. Even
scheduling like when you're going to stop working for the day.
Yes. Like especially as
that's a big thing that Mel Robbins
and entrepreneurs
talks about in her 5-second journal. She's like, what time are you going to stop working today? Because that's super hard for me.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a break, drive home, have a break, talk to my kiddo. Everybody's good. Cool. I can get back to work.
Right.
Because I love it. Right. But that doesn't mean that I should work until 11 o'clock at night every day.
No,
that's not good for me.
I scold you for that.
I know.
So we actually try to schedule our day. We have our coffee meeting at 7:30 in the morning, and we usually talk for an hour or so, and figure out what our plan is for the day, what our priority projects.
Meditation gets put in there.
It does. And
because that's how we like to start our day.
Meeting. Yeah.
So, and I like having coffee with a friend for breakfast. What about you?
I love having a coffee with a friend for breakfast.
All right. So we get to just chill. We talk about what's happening with our kids and our life. And it's not just all business, right?
Right.
And then we get into scheduling our day. What are our plans? Do our kids need us at a certain time?
Do we need to eat breakfast? Did we eat breakfast today?
No. I forgot breakfast.
I forgot breakfast too. I'll make some breakfast after this.
But,
but schedule your life.
And we actually have to write down that we're going to go for a walk. We're going to have lunch. We're going to drive somewhere. Like we schedule these things so that we don't forget. Right. Because I'll work right up until the time a meeting starts sometimes. Charlie's like, no, Heather.
We need to breathe. Take a couple of minutes before meetings to breathe. Couple of deep breaths. Feel yourself calm down, lower that anxiety a little bit, and then move on to
I
the
like
next
the
task.
transition of 6 deep breaths.
Mhm.
So when I remember at home, if there's not a million kids outside, because where I live, there's lots of kids. But when I'm parked and I'm home, I try to take 6 deep breaths before transitioning into home. And I think that's goes right into the next one.
Ooh, set some boundaries.
So we don't need to respond to emails at 11:32 p.m.
No.
So, I mean, you just put in there that your work hours are 9 to 5 or whatever works for you.
Respect your work hours. Set your boundaries. People will respect the boundaries that you set.
Yes.
They will take advantage of the ones that
And
you don't.
the email will be there in the morning.
And then if you work from home, set some boundaries with your family about work time and what is expected if they're home during work time.
Yes. Good.
Right.
Right.
So my husband, I love him dearly. He has been kind of off work every other week for a while. And when he's home, he likes to have my attention. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So he'll come over. I'll be working on something and he'll come over to the desk just to like give me a kiss, which is sweet, but distracting, right? I'm in the middle of something. Now I forgot where I was. Thanks. I love you.
You stole my brain.
Right. So, I've had to talk to him. If I'm working on my stuff, please just leave me alone. Just do whatever it is you have to do. If you got to leave, just let me know you're leaving, whatever. But try not to steal my brain. Because once I get sidetracked, I'm like, oh, dang it. But where was I? What was I doing?
You even like set your desk up so that you can't see him walking around the house.
I do.
Because him just walking around the house is distracting.
It is.
So
he's a good looking guy.
Look at her smile, you guys.
But I've had to set boundaries with my kids. Like if my son stays home from school or whatever, you're not watching TV while I'm working.
Yeah,
no,
that's not a thing.
That's not a thing. No TV during work hours.
Yeah.
And if you're homesick, guess what? Go lay down in your room.
Right, because those are the boundaries. Like you're homesick, like you're supposed to be in bed. Like these are the things, right?
Quarantine yourself over there.
Keep your germs to yourself.
Right, but it also keeps the sound down and things like that, so I'm not distracted. Because I between my anxiety and my PTSD and stuff, everything like distracts me like a squirrel.
Right.
And my attention gets pulled away and then I can't focus on what.
And then it takes us a while to get back to where we were.
Right.
Because that's what happens. Like it totally pulls us out of the.
Yeah, I had to kick the dogs out of the house the other day. We were trying to have a phone meeting and they're playing over here, which they weren't barking or anything else like that, but they were wrestling and it was very distracting and I couldn't focus on the person I was talking to. So I was like, hold on just a minute. And I kicked them out of the house. Again, boundaries with your pets.
Yes. Boundaries with the pets.
Make sure you are setting some work-life balance, but also setting boundaries.
We work really good with our pets too. Like we're totally good with a dog snoring next to us. And it's when they're up and doing stuff that's unusual that we're like, no, what are you doing? Like,
don't wrestle in the house, don't bark in the house. If you want to do those noisy and rambunctious dog things, that's fine, go outside. There's a dog door. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Great.
I think the number one tip we got this week though was to quickly find something that will make you laugh. So
when you're in the self-doubt,
I think any place, like wherever you are and you need to transition from the energy you're in and change energies so you don't take energy from here to there. Laughter breaks it right up, right? Because it creates all sorts of vibrations in your body. It helps like on different levels. It massages your internal organs. It's so good for you, laughter. It's not even on our paper.
No, it's not. But we do that sometimes. Our work day's done and we'll be like,
woo, our workday's done. Good job.
And we just,
And I love
so crazy.
Michelle Brown, because she's always giving tips. So like do some sort of crossbody something, just wiggle different, and get your energy flowing. And this like helps wake you up and using your energy across your body. I'm getting goosebumps just doing this. And just moves it around, right? Keeps you from being stuck.
Yeah. And I think it's especially important to move around when we have stagnant work.
Yes.
So if you're sitting for a little bit, maybe set a timer for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if you're like
they say an
in
hour
it to win it.
They say an hour.
Get up and stretch.
Yeah.
Move around, take a walk, get some water, stay hydrated. A good tip for staying hydrated is to always have a cup of water with you.
Yeah, it's like the one time we don't have a cup of water.
I did fill up my water cup.
Right, but what we've been doing in the morning is like when we're waiting for the coffee to brew, we fill up a bunch of water bottles and we put them in the break area, one for each of our desks, maybe one for coming out here to record. We'll just. If there's water there, we'll drink it. And then we stay hydrated.
And it's pretty funny when we actually go out to do meetings, because I have this like wine bottle grocery bag. It holds like half a dozen wine bottles. And we put our like water cups and coffee cups and water cups in there so that
we have
one thing, but we're not like dropping cups all over the place.
Yeah, I'm really good at dropping my cups. Definitely.
It's still pretty funny. I was really excited when I figured out that hack. So
right.
Use your wine bottle grocery bag to carry your water bottles.
It's epic. And then you can bring all the water and what you're drinking, right? You take back your power over that.
And you're saving the planet by reusing your water bottles.
All the things.
What? Take your stuff with you. Saving money, saving the planet, all that stuff. But if you are going to stop somewhere local.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go meet somebody new. If you've never been somewhere before, try it out.
Yeah. Cool.
That's what I say.
Yeah. I'm excited to try out some new places and meet some new friends.
Right.
Yeah.
We've been doing that.
We've been doing that.
It's great.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're talking to enough people till you talk to enough people.
Right.
Just keep talking.
Woo.
All right. We love you very much. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes.
So
happy Friday. We love you.
The 4 agreements we've been pushing through this week. We talked a lot about domestication. So again, real quick, the tips for today: let go of fear, build lifestyle into your brand, schedule your life, not just work, set some boundaries, and laugh.
And stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Those last 2 are bonus tips. Thank you again for joining us. We love you. Namaste.
Mwah!
So we are Sue and Grejta, or our trail names are Lilo and Stitch, and we are hiking the whole Appalachian Trail from Maine to Georgia, so 2,194.3 miles. And we're doing it to raise $50,000 or more.
Yes.
For Parkinson's disease research.
Yeah, through the Michael J. Fox Foundation. And we are doing it all in honor of my dad, her husband, who was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease back in 2010. So and we all know so many people who are diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and we are trying to do our small part in the world of Parkinson's disease to find a cure.
Thank you for joining us today on the Women in Leadership Body, Soul, Mind, and Business podcast. Please download the podcast on your favorite podcast player. We love you, and we will see you next time. Namaste.